Hello guys, hope you're doing well as always and welcome back to another video. It is that time of year, ladies and gentlemen. It is Euro 2024 time, and today, what better way to get us all in the mood than by doing our predictions for the Euros. Now, I am using the Telegraph website for this because I like it. It's always very good, easiest one that I can find, and this summer is going to be bumper for football and I cannot wait. Will England win the Euros? After last night's performance, not looking so likely, but that could be the kick up the arse that we need, and you'd rather that before the tournament than halfway through it. But let's start things off, and we'll start with Group A, of course, and I think Germany have been handed a fairly easy group here. I think that they will top it. It'll be a massive surprise if they don't. And for me, second place is between two teams who I both think could be the dark horses in this tournament, and that's Scotland and Hungary. Scotland's qualifying campaign was absolutely fantastic, albeit they have tailed off in their recent fixtures. I still just have this feeling about them that they might upset the odds, and Hungary in the last Euros were absolutely fantastic. Switzerland, of course, can't be written off, but I think that they will be around the bottom. I can't see them qualifying, but I'm going to go with Hungary to finish second and Scotland to just miss out, Switzerland to finish in fourth. Ruffling the feathers already with the first group. Group B, and this is one of the harder groups to predict. The last spot is obviously going to go Albania's way, but it is a real toss-up for those top three positions. I think that Spain are going to do really, really well. Italy and Croatia is so hard because we know what Croatia are like in major tournaments, although Italy, of course, are the reigning champions. I am going to go with Italy to finish second, Croatia to finish third, but I think that they will be one of the teams that end up making it through from the third place positions. Now we've got England's group, and their performance against Iceland throws a real spanner in the works because looking at the teams on paper, we should be expected to beat all of them. However, if they set up in a similar way to Iceland and just stick 10 men behind the ball, we've seen that we struggle with that. Teams like Slovenia especially will be doing that for most of their games. I do think though that we will turn it on, and I am going to go for us to top the group, followed by Denmark, followed by Serbia, Slovenia bottom. Group D, and another one of those groups of death, but I think that this one is going to be slightly easier to predict. I think France are so strong. Netherlands, obviously the second best team there. Poland was so boring at the World Cup, and they never turn up in major tournaments. Relying heavily on the old legs of Robert Lewandowski, I just don't think that they can do it anymore. But I will put them third, and I'm going to put Austria in fourth. Group E is another sort of tricky one, really. I mean, Belgium, I'm going to put at the top. I think that they are, without a shadow of a doubt, a very strong team. Romania are another one that I wouldn't be surprised to see as dark horses. Ukraine as well. But Slovakia, again, you can't write these teams off. This is where it gets really tricky because I think that second place spot is really up for grabs. Joe, I am going to ruffle a few feathers here. I think that Ukraine are going to finish second. I'm going to go for Slovakia third, Romania fourth. I think, again, Romania have got a few good young talents coming through, but I just don't quite think that they are there to be competing with the likes of Ukraine and Slovakia. Group F, and Portugal already, I'm just going to put out there, one of my favourites to win the competition this year. Easily going to top the group. I think that one is nice and straightforward. Czech Republic to finish second, Turkey to finish third, and Georgia to finish bottom. Czech Republic, I really like their team. Another one of my little dark horses. But now we've got the third place rankings, and this is quite difficult because that means I'm going to actually have to look back up at the teams and see who's going to progress or produce the best football and score the most goals that are going to see them go through. I'm going to put Turkey first only because they've got Georgia in their group, and Turkey aren't the worst team in the world, but Georgia are one of the worst teams in this competition by a country mile. So my thinking here is that because they're going to score loads against Georgia, that is probably going to help aid them a lot when it comes to these third place rankings. Croatia again I think will be fine. Scotland again, I think it's going to be really tight for that second spot, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them do well. Serbia then next, and then Poland, and then Slovakia to finish it off. I've clicked something wrong. Oh, that's well annoying. Right, bear with, I'm going to try and get rid of that. Okay, so I've just been roped into a 3-month subscription. Leave me alone! Okay, right, we're in the round of 16 now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the nitty-gritty of the competition, and I'm excited. Let's see who we've got. Germany versus Denmark. Denmark, as we saw in the last Euros, are a team that you can't write out. However, Germany are also very unpredictable, which makes things hard. Look, I think going on paper, you kind of got to go with Germany. They are a very formidable force in international football. That's no different this year, so I think that they will see off Denmark fairly easily. Hungary versus Italy. Interesting. Similar flags. Bit of a derby? Not in the slightest. But again, Italy and Hungary, that's a tricky one. Italy, the reigning champions, doesn't automatically put them in that spot and guarantee them anything in this tournament. And again, how well Hungary did in the last Euros is really fresh on my mind. I'm going to go with Italy though. But again, would not be surprised if there is an upset. I feel like I haven't done that many upsets in this. Spain versus Scotland. These two teams were in the same qualifying group. Both teams beat the other 2-0 when they were playing at home. Obviously on neutral soil, I think that Spain are going to take this one. Again, they're one of my favourites to go on and win the competition. I think that they will just have too much for Scotland to be able to deal with. And I think that's going to be bye-bye Scotland. England versus Turkey. Really should win that. I think that one's nice and straightforward, so we won't spend too much time on that. Once again, Turkey are a good side. A little bit difficult to predict England at the moment, but we should beat them. Portugal versus Serbia. Serbia, again, good team, but Portugal, I think, will win that one fairly comfortably. Netherlands versus Ukraine, I think, is another straightforward one to predict. Netherlands are going to go through. Belgium versus Croatia. Very tricky. The Belgium golden generation is coming to an end now, but Croatia, in these big tournaments, always seem to prevail. For that reason, I am going to back Croatia. France versus Czech Republic. I'm going to go France. Nice, simple, maybe a bit boring. Czech Republic, again, a team that can cause problems, but I think that France will have too much, and I think they're going to go far in this competition. Which takes us nicely onto the quarterfinals, and here they are in all of their glory. Let's start with Germany versus Spain. God, that's hard. God, that is hard. I think it's going to be Spain. I really do. I just think that going forward, Germany, yes, I've got Musiala and they have got quality players, but up front, you're relying on Kai Havertz. I just can't see you going that far, albeit Spain have got Alvaro Morata, so not much better. I think that Spain are going to be fine. Portugal versus the Netherlands. Interesting. Very hard. Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes and others versus Van Dijk and others. Shock factor. Netherlands to win. I actually really like the Netherlands team. They've got such a good, well-rounded team. I can see it being heartbreak for Ronaldo in his last tournament. Croatia versus France. Wow. 2018 World Cup final in the quarterfinals. France won that one, and I think that they're going to do it again. Heartbreak for Croatia. France going through. England versus Italy. You are just annoying. What an annoying semi-final. Right, see, now I've got to try and be sensible, because the weakest part of our team, without a shadow of a doubt, is defence. We've already overcome Turkey. They're not going to have too much for us. In the groups, again, not a huge test. But for Italy, this is going to be the first big test. Do you know what? If England want any hope of winning this competition, obviously they're going to have to beat some big teams. And what a way to do it. With some style, with some vengeance. We're going to do it. I hate this because I look like such a mug at the end of it. England are going to beat Italy. 100%. Right, Spain versus Netherlands. 2010 World Cup final. That again is tricky. There's a lot of experience in that Spanish squad, less so in the Netherlands. I think I'm still going to back the Netherlands. I think that they will do it. Wow, that's really hard. These semi-finals are really tricky. I mean, the quarterfinals weren't easy either, but this is box office stuff. France versus England. Semi-finals of the World Cup just gone. Meeting again in Germany for the Euro semi-final. I think it's going to be France. I just have in my mind that this competition is going to be such a big one for Kylian Mbappe. Obviously, just moving to Real Madrid. I think it's going to be such a statement for him. Which leaves us with the final. Netherlands versus France. Netherlands have only ever won one before. That was donkeys ago. See, if the Netherlands win, that is going to be such a huge upset. And it'll be absolutely fantastic if they do. But France have just got so much strength and power all across the field. Do you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for an upset. Netherlands are going to win it. How rogue is that? I didn't think that was going to happen going into this, but we've flown through it. Netherlands are going to be the winner. Now, to make things a little bit more interesting as well, I am going to go for a few individual awards, top goal scorer, top clean sheets and all that nonsense. So let's get cracking with that. I think that with the group that England have got, Jordan Pickford should be one of the front runners to win the Golden Glove. I think he will do so. Again, our first real challenge comes against Italy in the quarterfinals. That is so long as we top our group. Now, that might contradict what I said about England's defence being weaker than we would have liked. However, Southgate ball is notoriously very defensive, so I can see a world where we're just a little overly safe at the back. And bear in mind as well, we have got Declan Rice knocking about. So Jordan Pickford is my nomination for Golden Glove. Top goal scorer. I'm going to go a little bit tactical here. A little bit of a hipster opinion, you might think, if you pardon the pun. And I'm going to go with Cristiano Ronaldo. Their group is a gold mine for goals. I should say goal mine. Cristiano Ronaldo once again being front and centre of this Portugal team. I think that it is going to be all about him in the group stages. How even at his age, he is still banging goals in left, right and centre. And even though I haven't got them going super far in the tournament with my predictions, I think that the group stage will be enough for them to get enough goals for him to claim that award. Honourable mention to Kylian Mbappe, by the way, because again, I think this is going to be a real statement tournament for him, as if he hasn't had enough of those already. And finally, my player of the tournament is going to be Virgil van Dijk. I think if the Netherlands are going to go on to win this, as I predicted, I think he is going to be absolutely integral in their progression. I don't think it's going to be pretty. I don't look at them on paper and go, they've got class all over the field, but I think that they will just find a way to grind out these results, hence why I picked them to win. And I think that Virgil van Dijk will be so pivotal in that journey for them this year. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of my Euro 2024 predictions. Comment down below, let me know what you think. You're probably going to hate them, because who the hell's picking Netherlands to win? This guy is. Also comment down below how well you think that your own team are going to do in the Euros, if you've got a country that are being represented there, and if not, just who you think's going to win. Thank you so much for watching as always, ladies and gents. I will see you in the next one very soon. Take care as always. Peace and love.